Hey, it's Sarah here. I apologize in advance for the really crummy quality of the video. Crummy quality, but it's my webcam, obviously. I use my phone a little bit too much, so the phone's dead today. And I really wanted to make this video while everything's still in my head. It's still fresh. I have some super exciting news to share with everybody. Yeah, so I had my baby appointment today, and I don't know how many people have been following that closely or even like pick up. Everything's been so crazy. Like I've just been saying random things like here on Facebook or here on my blog. So just in case I'll give you a really quick recap kind of into my life. When I was pregnant with Christopher, I ended up having a couple medical problems, but I had a water birth. I had midwives, and it was amazing. When I got pregnant with Ryan, I was in Kansas, and let's just say that particular special area of Kansas is probably about 10 years behind in the medical field, and they don't have anything like a water birth or nothing like that. And so I ended up having a regular hospital birth. I was deemed a high-risk pregnancy because I had pregnancy complications. And I had an epidural, and while the birth itself was okay, there were things that I'm not going to say that I would go back and change them because it is what it is, but there's definitely things that I wanted to do differently this time around. However, I've been having some medical problems. There we go. I actually started having weird medical things in high school when I was diagnosed with a heart and brain thing. Basically, my heart would beat out of sync, and then it would get to a point where I would just pass out randomly, and it would reset itself. It has something to do with the electrodes and like the chemicals or whatever. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. So there was that, and then I ended up, I'm pretty sure, with gestational diabetes with Christopher. He was 10 pounds. He was also my natural water birth. So, yeah. But I mean, like I said before, the water birth, it was an amazing experience. And it was so good. I knew, though, that there's no way I could deliver not in the water because I was very calm. I mean, I didn't scream. The most angry I got was when family members tried to come into my room. I was like, get out. I'm huge. I'm pushing out a 10-pound baby. Get out. I didn't say that. I just gritted my teeth, and I really didn't say much. But it was a good experience overall. I just knew for a fact that I would not be able to push out large babies without the ease and comfort of water because I'm a water child. Water is soothing to me. So being in the water was like my natural painkiller. Anyways, I don't even remember what I was talking about before. So, yeah. Protein. Okay, so then when I was pregnant with Ryan, and I had that heart condition, they found that I had also some kind of protein deficiency in my blood that caused like a blood clotting problem. And so when I was losing my vision and stuff with Ryan, they thought that I was actually having mini strokes, and I could have been because I really don't know. I'm not sure. That was never proven. That's something that they threw out there. So I was deemed a high-risk pregnancy with him. And this time around, I was like, I don't want to be a high-risk pregnancy. I want to have my baby naturally. But at the beginning of this pregnancy, that was not even going to be an option. I called around to find a hospital, and they were like, no, we won't even take you. And I'm just like, ugh. So yeah, and the place where I had Christopher is 2 hours away, so that was kind of out of the question. And at the beginning of this pregnancy, and like before I actually left and moved up here, I was just under an incredible amount of stress, physically, emotionally, mentally. Like it was taking a toll on me. I mean, for 2 weeks before I left, I was having panic attacks multiple times a day, like heart just racing. I'm just like sweating. It was really bad. very bad. And I ended up in the emergency room twice for heart conditions. And then once in September, I think I don't know if I shared this on my new blog yet, but I had like a near-death experience where we're out in the country, nobody's around, and I literally my throat closed up. Couldn't breathe. My kids are playing in the house. I'm laying on our sidewalk in front of my home, literally dying. And I'm just like, I'm going to die. My kids are in the house and I'm dying right now. And that was kind of when I was like, something has got to change because this is not right. How old was I? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm too young to have this happen, basically. So something had to change. And then when I got up here, the same thing was still going on with my heart. I ended up in the emergency room 3 times up here. 3 times. And I had passed out the one time. The other time that I actually got in there, and he's like, oh yeah, you're having heart arrhythmias, but you're too young to have a heart attack. I mean, it'll probably fix itself. And he's like, and you're not having a heart attack this very minute, so we're going to send you home. But if it gets worse, you should come back because you're too young to have a heart attack. And I was like, wow. And then at the beginning of this pregnancy, I also found out that my kidneys were just not functioning right. And so they wanted to put me on injectable blood thinners. They wanted to put me on like these steroid drugs to boost my kidney function and all this. And I was like, no, not doing it. They're like, well, then you need to be taking these pills. And I was like, no, not taking your blood thinners, not taking your pills, not taking this. And a supplement I do currently take is greens, which has really helped me a lot. Like, I physically notice a difference when I take it. And they were like, yeah, you shouldn't take that just because, you know, we're not really sure. And I'm like, I said, no, I'm still taking it. And at that point, my doctor just like closed up her little white binder and just was like, I don't even know why you come to these appointments. And I was like, yeah, I don't really know either. So I knew that I wanted to take care of things naturally, which she basically told me I wouldn't be able to do. She's like, you're not going to be able to do that. I said, well, I found a nutritional program that's supposed to boost kidney health, which required juicing on my part, light exercise, because heavy, strenuous exercise actually taxes your kidneys. Yeah, go figure. So you might be all like skinny and, you know, toned, but on the inside, your body's not healthy. It's a double-edged sword. It's really crazy when you start looking into it. Anyhow, so, and my ultimate goal was to be able to get cleared from being a high-risk pregnancy, which they told me I wouldn't be able to do, so that I could have a water birth at a place an hour away. There's a nurse midwife there, and I actually met with a doula the same day that my pupils were dilated, and they were crazy huge, huge. That morning I met with a doula who is literally a helper for birth, and I'll make a separate video on what a doula is, why I'm going to hire her. Anyhow, so as long as I got cleared, I would be able to go, and she's going to do natural pain methods and stuff at my water birth. And the last time I went, everything is coming back normal. I don't have a blood clotting problem anymore. My kidneys are starting to function normally, and my doctor was like, no. So she redid all the tests for today. My blood sugars are actually better than most people who aren't pregnant, because I check mine every day. I monitor it. So not only do I not have gestational diabetes any longer, I no longer have a blood clotting protein disorder or whatever, and my kidneys are starting to improve in function. So, hooray! I guess all of my hippie tactics are working. So I'm very excited. I will be posting another video when I actually go tour the facility, where I'm going to have the water birth and meet with my doula, and I'll keep you all posted on the doula and everything like that. So I just really wanted to share my exciting news with you. As always, thank you so much for watching and letting me share just my journey, my pregnancy, and my life with you. I mean, it's an incredible blessing. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.